Jerome Bruner was an American psychologist who made important contributions to human cognitive psychology as well as cognitive learning theory and educational psychology. Bruner felt the goal of education should be intellectual development as opposed to rote memorization of facts. This lesson will discuss Bruner's theory of development and his three modes of representation. We will also explore his beliefs on learning, language, and discovery. Now let's take a look at three of his most pivotal ideas that advance educational practice. Cognitive revolution: the child is an active learner. At the time Bruner was earning his doctorate and then teaching for a decade at Harvard, the predominant school of thought in psychology was behaviorism. The idea that learning was reduced to a stimulus and response did not sit well with him, as he felt it overlooked essential aspect of human perception. Bruner began exploring the mental experiences of learners. This led him to conclude that children learn concepts and procedures for problem solving, but more importantly, they invent this as well. In this way, children are actively creating their own knowledge. This idea sparked a cognitive revolution in the field of psychology and then in education. Spiral curriculum: any subject can be taught at any age. Bruner turned his attention to formal education and developed the idea of the spiral curriculum. By making a subject age-appropriate and moving from the simple to an increasingly deep and complex treatment of the topic, he held the view that any subject can be taught to any child at any age. The spiral curriculum makes use of Bruner's theory of cognitive development. He identified three ways or modes of how information is represented in the mind. The first reflects how infants predominantly learn, and it's called an active representation. This is where learning is action-based. From ages 1 to 6 years old, children can now learn by storing information as images. Scaffolding: help from competent others. Influenced by the cognitive psychologist Lev Vygotsky, Bruner believed that child's social environment plays a critical role in learning. More broadly, Jerome Bruner's ideas are represented in discovery learning, which allows children to construct